Alright, you guys, I'm back with another gas mask review. This one is a pretty special gas mask, to me at least. I'm not sure what your guys' opinion are on it, but I've never seen one before besides the picture that I bought it from. It's a good quality mask. This obviously is Polish. It is the Polish MP4B. Uh, is the last version of the US M17. It's a copy of the US M17. It's the last version that went the MP4, the MP4M, then the MP4B, which this one is the most rare out of all those. And this was a design that, okay, well, first off, the MP4 and the MP4M didn't have drinking tubes. And they were starting to get into the era where drinking tubes were needed in gas masks, or if it was kind of a luxury, but it was pretty standard at that time. And this mask was one that experimented with the drinking tube. It's a very impractical drinking tube design. There's one, two, three, four. There's four threads on it that you need to screw in to various pieces. But this is a really uncommon model of the MP4M, which is partly why I got it. Partly because I wanted one. I never thought I'd get one. But obviously you have the shoulder strap right here. I don't have the shoulder strap undone. These are for waist and leg straps, I believe. Right here. And then this connects the shoulder strap. And I am keeping everything, the straps and the pouch right here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show you, but it's made kind of a tannish, a goldish tan material. If you guys own any, what the hell? It's a weird word. If you guys own any of North Vietnamese, East German equipment, it's fairly similar to the strap texture and color that they use on those. So that's what it is, and it just uses these stainless steel buckles. So that's pretty simple. It has a pouch down here that holds the drinking tube, a pouch up here that holds the outserts, and a name tag right here. Webcam's doing its thing again. Pouch holds outserts right there. And then, of course, the pouch for the straps, and then the main compartment pouch. So I guess we'll open up the mask. But before I do that, yeah, I am kind of liking this mask more than the M17. But I will angle the camera down here a little bit. Let me move it just a tad bit here. There we go. Much better. Alright. Now we're going to open it up. So one thing you're going to notice is it's very similar to the M17 bag, and the fact that it is carried vertically like this, and the pouch opens to the front. But the thing that you're going to notice is it doesn't use the pin and loop style catches. It uses just a regular button snap, and there's two of them on each side, so it holds it very securely. And there's a large area in here to get your hand into to rip it open if you need it. Now, of course, flaps open up like that, just like the M17. And then what you're going to find inside is obviously on top the mask, and inside of the mask the drinking bottle. So I'm going to set all these things aside until I can get everything unpacked. And then inside there's notice back here is an elastic band that houses a small bottle with instructions on it that this is anti-fog wipes. Then on the outside, we're going to get to this bottom pocket that houses the drinking tube. Again, we're going to get to all this stuff here after I unpack it. Then right here, this pouch houses the outserts, which so I will set the bag aside. And again, this is rubberized fabric. It's much more waterproof than an M17 bag. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Now, one thing I'm going to point out is all I thought I was getting with this mask was obviously the mask, the drinking tube, and the drinking bottle. I did not know that outserts and the anti-fog wipes were included in this, so those kind of surprised me. Surprised. Alright, now I guess we'll start off with the mask. That would probably be the best place to start. Now what I'm going to do is set it up here on the mannequin head for you guys. It's a tad bit easier for me to explain things. So, get on there. Alright, there you go. So there's the mask on the mannequin head. There we go. Alright, so first thing you're going to notice, looks fairly similar to the M17, the Czech M10, M10M, all those gas masks. But it's very different, honestly. First thing you're going to notice is the majority of the face piece is made out of kind of a light, dull gray. And that looks very good. And then, of course, the voice emitter cover is out of a dark blue-gray rubber, and then the eyepieces are silver. And this is something that not a lot of masks have. The actual head strap on this mask is blue, which looks fairly cool, and the fabric feels similar to jeans, but it still is elastic. It will stretch, and I'm not tightening it up, so just so I don't stretch these out. And then the buckles, they look like pure brass, but what these actually are they're steel plated with brass, because all you know, steel rusts, stainless steel doesn't. Brass oxidizes, but it doesn't really rust. So, of course, I would much rather have oxidation on these that would not really mess with the function than rust that would cause these to stop working. So I believe that's why the Polish did this. And the head strap is basically an M17 head strap. As you can see, it's a little bit nicer quality, honestly. Not everything frays as easily. But as you can see, there's some fraying on my pad. But this has obviously been stored for a long time. They never really got used. Again, this was the last model, the MP4 they made, MP4B. They experimented with the drinking tube on the bottom of the mask right here. And then they went to the MP5. This mask, this whole cheek filter design kind of got left in the dust. And then one thing I was going to say is I am I kind of started doing this unknowingly. I'm starting to collect all the copies of the M17. I have an M17A1. I'm not going to be purchasing an M17 or an M17A2. Just, there's not big enough differences in the masks for me to actually want to buy them. But I do have the M17A1, the Czech OM10 and the OM10M, the Polish MP4B, which is one I never thought I would get, any MP4 model, and I have a Bulgarian PDE1 on the way, which should be here shortly. And there's two more I might be getting. Don't really know yet. But as you can see, the voice diaphragm here is silver metal. I believe this is just stainless steel because it has not shown any signs of rusting or discoloration, anything. And something that's kind of interesting is you don't really see this on a lot of masks. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot. I apologize for that. But you don't really see this on a lot of what do you call it? Fucking copies of the M17 are the temple pins. You don't see those too much. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And unlike a lot of other of the copies of the M17, you know that a lot of them use the threads to attach the filter caps. This one uses the M17 style. They just pop on and pop off. And you have the seal right here, and then obviously the filter. And this, if I will keep it in my hand, snaps back on. This side's really easy. This side's really hard, and the filter is turning purple-ish colored on that one, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but it's not worrying me too much because this mask was made in 1992, so don't think there's anything bad in it. But, yeah, so as you can see, this is brand new, pretty much. I mean, it still had the powder on it. That's kind of what I spent doing this morning, was cleaning the powder off this mask. I had the surplus powder. I cleaned all that off, and everything's practically brand new on this. It's a size medium, right there, yeah. You can see the markings up here that show, I can't read anything, but I know that this, I'm sorry you can't see it that well, but I know that the top corner is 92, apostrophe 92, so that's obviously the year it was made. So, yeah, but the buckles are exact same style as the M17, where they have the slider and you pull it with the tab on the end, so that's all pretty standard. Now, before I get on to all the accessories and stuff, I'm going to pull this off the head here. I don't know why this mask doesn't want to let up. There we go. Alright. Set the head aside. I'm going to go ahead and show you the inside of the mask here. So, I'll flip this over real quick. Try not to take too long. Should be able to get you guys a very good picture of it. There we go. So, there's the inside of the mask. Looks basically like any other cheek filter mask. But it has the drinking tube right here. That I'll try to scoot this closer. You can see it uses it has a big knob on the end. I really can't show you that well. Okay, well, the drinking tube goes up and then kind of mushrooms out, so you can get your mouth around it better. And don't be perverted and shit about that. I know somebody will. I was just there. But again, the head strap flips over, flips back really easy. It's very soft. And this is a size medium, and there's tons of head strap, and those aren't even adjusted all the way out. So if you can somehow find one of these, don't worry about it fitting you. I'm sure even the small would fit someone. But again, it is like the M17 in the fact that it has this pull tab down here. The exhale ports are exactly the same. You pull it up, this will come up, and you can look at the exhale valve. And unlike a lot almost every copy of the M17, besides this one, uses the dual exhale. Sorry, my webcam froze here. Not quite sure what's going on. But almost every copy of the M17 uses a dual exhale valve, and this one uses a single, which I thought that was kind of interesting because most of them, like I said, use doubles. Okay, so that's really all I have to say about the mask for the moment. Let's get on to some of the accessories. So first off, we will talk about the anti-fog inserts, or what am I saying? Anti-fog wipes. I have not opened them. They're in the original clear. God damn, the webcam's doing its thing again. I'm sorry if that bothers you. They come in a little plastic bag. I haven't taken them out yet. I'm not really going to. But you also have the original roll of Polish instructions that I'll focus in here so you guys can see those a little bit. Okay, other way. There you go. The Polish instructions. It's lagging again or doing its thing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can see them pretty well. So there you go. Those obviously go back in here, rolled back up, and it comes in a container about the size of a film canister. Again, this gets tightened back up, folded over on itself, and stuffed down in here. Then this cap snaps back on. Now, again, the outserts. I have just gotten done cleaning these for the day, so I'm not going to put them on the mask simply because of the fact I don't really want to get fingerprints all over them, and I just cleaned them. So I'm sorry about that. If that's going to make you mad, I apologize. So here we go. This is the outsert. Obviously, it's basically like any other outsert. Has very easy rubber to pull over. Again, it's just going to slip over this, and it's going to look fairly the same. But I guess I'll try and put one on for you guys. I already touched the glass. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to get fingerprints all over it. Sorry. I may post a picture on the GMCC about them, or a picture of them, but overall they basically are standard outserts, pretty similar to the American ones, just silver with flimsy gray rubber, but they're a lot easier to put on than the M17. Actually, they probably have the easiest outserts to put on I own. And of course, you twist them up, fold it over with the original rubber band. You open this up and rubber band it down like that. So that's pretty nice. Next thing I guess to get onto be the water bottle. I'm not exactly sure how much this holds. It probably is along the lines of about a half a quart, maybe 3/4 a quart. So that's just kind of what I'm estimating. It's made out of very thick plastic, and it's not going to break on you anytime soon. So again, like I said, thread on the top of the bottle to open this. Then you have the threads that you thread your drinking tube onto. But what I did was, I'm going to see if it still smells, but that smells fine now. When I got it, this thing smelled horrible. So this is going to be, sorry, this is going to be something that I'm going to recommend to you guys if you have problems with your drinking bottles or plastic canteens, metal canteens, whatever this works. Fill it about a quarter of the way up with warm water and an SOS pad, one of those things you usually use to like clean dishes and stuff. Cut a piece off of one of those and drop this in here. Then you want to screw the cap back on and shake this really good for probably about 3 minutes. And then it's going to be filled with blue water and foam. Dump that out, refill it with warm water, much less this time, then shake it, and then you should be good, should be all clean. But it's just got a rubber gasket in there to, rubber O-ring, I mean, to just kind of hold it and keep it sealed real nice. That's the drinking bottle. And now we will get on to how the drinking tube hooks up to the mask and how it hooks up to the bottle. So, first thing you're going to notice here, this is the drinking tube. Clear hoses, and it has an Israeli civilian style break. It opens up a valve in there so that you can drink through it. So, this end right here, this is why I can tell that they were just kind of toying around with the idea of having a drinking tube. You unthread this cap from the mask, and that reveals some threads. Then, this side of the drinking tube, you unscrew this, which has threads on it. Then this has female threads that you thread on to the male threads on the bottom of the mask. So now your drinking tube is hooked up to the mask, and then you unthread this, and then thread this onto the threads on there. So you see there's a lot of threading. It's kind of an really impractical idea. But then your drinking tube's hooked up to your bottle. You would then hold it up. It's kind of hard to do, but so you would hold it up, squeeze this, and drink through it. But that is a very neat feature, and it uses the exact same bottle as the Polish MP5 gas mask. So I'm pretty sure those would swap around. I don't know much about the MP5, but I'm hoping that they fixed the whole having to thread 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times to get this, because you unthread this, unthread that, unthread that. I don't even know. I fucking counted wrong. I'm not counting it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you unthread and thread things 6 times. So it's kind of a chore to get the drinking tube out of this. But again, like I said, I think they were just kind of messing around with the idea of having a drinking tube on their mask. But it would definitely work. But what would have been the better idea would have done to something like the M17 or the M10, where the drinking tube was wrapped up around the mask. You unplugged it, plugged into a canteen, but they use a completely different canteen style than us. So it works nonetheless. But this mask is actually much lighter than the M17. It's made out of thicker rubber, it looks like, and it's lighter. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that. There's not one piece of plastic on this besides the drinking tube port down here. Other than that, it's all nice metal, all heavy construction, and honestly, I might be biased on this because my family is from Poland and Switzerland, Czechoslovakia. Those are where I'm from, so I might be a little biased on this, that I believe that this Polish mask is of just as high, if not higher quality than the M17 series. I mean, it's just, this mask feels much more solidly built. Not that the M17 isn't solid, it's just this mask, besides that drinking tube downside, I'm kind of wanting to say it because I know I'll piss some of you M17 hardcore fans off. I like it better than the M17. Just my opinion. I like it. The Polish craftsmanship truly is just truly remarkable. It's amazing, just the Polish craftsmanship on this mask. I mean, just everything is beautiful. Not only does this mask work, but it's just a beautiful gas mask. Everything like normally this is gonna come off kind of gay, but all the colors match each other, which looks pretty cool. It's just, I don't know why I have this feeling that this is so much better of a mask than the M17, but I just do. It seems better to me. I like it much, much better. So I just like the mask. So I'm gonna have to cut the video off because obviously I'm running pretty long. So peace out, guys. My Bulgarian PDE1 should be in tonight or tomorrow, so expect a video on that. Then obviously no videos are going to be put up on the 4th of July. So if I don't see you guys again, well, I tell you all happy 4th of July. Remember that it's not just about fireworks, it's about people who sacrifice their lives to give us freedom. So, yep, so pretty cool mask. If you can find one, pick it up. I'm out, guys. So again, happy 4th of July. I'll give you guys an update on what masks and if I'm